All right, hi everybody. Welcome to another gear review. This time we're actually talking about different storage options when it comes to things outside of like the 23 zeros and the Roam boxes. These are really more of the more compact type systems. Typically we see these used for like kitchenware and supplies and stuff like that, and they're a little more compact. But what we have here is actually a couple different models of things that we've seen in the field. And Ladybug, before we get started on the front runner, which probably everybody that's watches my channel knows about, let's talk about your AluBox, because I think this is a much more rugged way to go, but obviously there's some price considerations and stuff.
Yeah, this is my first AluBox. All the top guys run these, and they're kind of legendary. I think these started probably in the 30s or 40s, military design. Throw stuff on there for military stuff or medical stuff. Actually, ammo box I think is where the front runner started. So a lot of these storage systems they're super rugged because they came from military type deals. This one I picked up last year, so I've had this for about a year. All aluminum construction. It's got these points on the corner, both to protect it from being dented, and also they stack. So you can stack these guys, and they stay organized and pretty tough as far as you're putting them on the rooftop.
Right.
They've got lockable latches. It pulls that down real tight and snug. And if you look inside, there's a weather seal.
Okay, it's like a car seal, auto seal. Yeah, it keeps all the dust and stuff out.
Not quite waterproof, but definitely weatherproof. Yeah. And quality construction. It's a very tight box. So then I got to ask, what am I doing with the box? What's the purpose? I run several of the front runners for kitchen stuff, dry goods for food, and things like that. This one is a camp box. So all the stuff in here is going to be used for you're sitting around camp and you need to pull a piece of gear out quickly. So I call it like a layer one. So what do I have in here? Well, I got a couple of fixed blades. I've got a little GoPro. I've got a couple different GoPro attachments, for filming stuff. I've got a little camp fan. Then I put stuff in bags. I've got my lights, got some headlamps, all the stuff for filming, SD cards. I've got a spare cell for the GoPro, and then comms. So, when we're going to go hike around and stuff, or while people are getting here. And just some general stuff. I got some glass, my Sonos speaker, some other just mics. The mics we're wearing actually right now, they go in here. Of course, your flask when you go backpacking, drone. So this is kind of a work in progress right now, but this is all the stuff that if you're sitting at camp and you're going to do something like film something, or you're ready to get some music set up, or you need that fixed blade to go do something, it's all in here.
So you're going to label up once you get everything sorted. You're going to have because one of the things I like about this is the lid stays attached, so you can technically put a big label on things that you've got from an inventory perspective compared to the front runners, which you take the lid off kind of deal.
Yeah, flies out. So a good thing, some people also put a panel here and mount some of the smaller gear.
Like a molly panel or something.
And have like your SD cards in there.
Yeah.
Your bug spray, sunscreen. It's kind of like a general use. You don't want it to be a junk drawer. That's the key. Figure out what you need in there and then have those pieces in there and leave a little bit of room. Like I'll throw a hat in here. I'll throw a shemagh that I can just grab and wrap up, things like that. But I found I've been sorting through this process now for about a year. And I like the box a lot. In fact, I like it so much that I'm probably going to start transitioning to this size versus that size for food things. Yeah. Now, everybody's food loadout's different, but mine's usually pretty heavy and intensive. So I'm finding that this size box, you get quite a bit more volume, and it's going to allow me to put a couple of bottles of wine, some additional food products, and keep them nice and sealed, nice and tight. And it gives you a nice surface to put stuff on, it's like an end table.
Yeah, it makes a nice little end table. I thought that was first. I know it was cool. The first thing you did when you got it, hey, look, I can use it as a table.
Just relax. Okay. I don't have armrests and all that stuff. So this is nice. I like it a lot. It's got side handles.
Okay.
And they're also spring loaded, so the handles don't rattle. If they're on your roof, they tuck in. It's got a front handle like that. So, downside, price point.
Yeah, tell me about the price point on yours, because I know it wasn't cheap, which is why you don't see a whole lot of these in the field, but I think you get what you pay for, though.
You do. Like the wolf packs, that's a good quality, product. It's plastic. The latches, they do break, but you can replace them. You $35-40.
Yeah.
This retail is like $350.
Wow.
So
for a single box.
A single box. So you buy this, and the thing is that it dents. You can hammer it back into shape. You can buy the seals. These guys, it would not be easy, but you could drill out rivets and replace these. Again, it's something that you'll have for probably decades.
So you mentioned a couple of things. We always talked about the lid and just the robust construction and the sealant around that. And I'll just kind of give you guys, this is one of my wolf packs that I have, and I am not the organization king. So I typically use, put kitchenware in mine. Now, you mentioned using yours as kind of a food storage box, and I think that's important to point out because I've had food in one of these front runners or these wolf packs and had it out, and ants get all inside of it because it's not sealed.
There's holes in the bottom.
Yeah, there's nothing to prevent elements from getting inside your gear. So I've stopped putting food items in my wolf packs and just putting kitchen gear. But one of these, you could put food in because it seals up. There's no holes.
Yep.
So, again, you get what you pay for. I know a lot of people swear by the wolf packs. I've been using them for a while now with my trailer, and they work out well. But I wouldn't put food in them. Like I said, my experience has been ants get all in it and makes it kind of complicated. So I think, again, we go back to that buy once, cry once model. Invest in a better box. It's going to outlive any of the wolf packs that are out there.
There's also a couple of other brands of these. They're kind of like Alubox knockoffs.
Yeah.
And the price point is about half.
Yeah. They
have very similar feature set. Some of them don't have the front handle here. Some of them have a slightly different enclosure. They have the stackable end corners. They're going to be a slightly different style because obviously they're not going to be for Alubox. They'll be for that. So you kind of have to, unfortunately, you have to pick. If you're going to stack them, you kind of have to go with one brand. Yeah. But the other ones are a lot cheaper. I think there's one, the box this size is about 150, 170. Yeah. So we were talking again, buy once, cry once. It's pretty hardcore in this situation.
Agreed. And we'll do a separate video because I think that the wolf packs, I was actually talking to Lemon earlier about wolf packs and maybe doing, there are knockoff wolf packs too. And I know at TAO last year, I think Lemon and maybe, I don't know if Shamrock bought a couple of the knockoffs, but they broke before they even got them out of the park.
He did have some trouble.
The latches were broken or the latches were weak. So even Front Runner has some knockoffs out there that you have to be wary of. Again, you get what you pay for. Yeah, they're half the cost, but they're also quality was a problem. So we'll do a separate video on that to kind of show you those. But for now, I just kind of wanted to show some of the more common options we see in the field, the wolf packs and the Aluboxes. So hopefully this has been useful to everybody. Now you kind of get an idea of what's out there and kind of what the price points are. And love to leave some comments on your experiences. Do you have a Front Runner pack? Do you have some of the soft packs? Or do you have Aluboxes and kind of what your experience has been with them? All right, hope everybody's doing safe. Thanks so much. This has been another gear review.